Let's see. I've got some black lace chokers.
No.
No.
I'm just talking about
Okay,
like
we're going
darker.
live. We're going live.
Oh, darker. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just talking about like more goth. Yes, we have the boss. Yes, baby. This is gonna be a great show. So hello, Roma. Welcome, sir. I don't know if you notice who I am. I am your co-host T-Bone. I have shaved my face and I now look like a child. Hello, sir.
You've regressed 10 more years. I didn't know
I
that was
I
possible.
legitimately have regressed about 10 years, but you know what? It's gonna be a great show because the picture is absolutely phenomenal. Honestly, I will have to say, I don't want to say I outdid myself,
Choice.
but like there's a couple in the chat room. If you want to just pick the best one, we can go with that one. It's in
All right,
today's
let
chat.
me get myself into the
The mindset. The mindset.
Oh
We got
shit!
30
Wrong
seconds,
stage.
guys.
like literally. Let me jump on stage here.
Yeah. Nah, you're good, Roman. You're good.
There we go.
Wrong stage.
We got that
Meet
cast brew coffee,
Roma.
guys. Alex Stein's two-time caffeine prime.
Oh man.
Yeah, you already know, bro. You already know. It's gonna be a great show because you got that Alex Stein two times caffeine prime. Guys, if you want it, go to castbrew.com or timcast.com. I'm not really too sure exactly which one. But guys, it is that time. Brian, are you ready, good sir?
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, well, let's get this party started. Hello,
Recording
hello,
in
hello, everyone,
progress.
and welcome to the Midday Rush. I'm your host, T-Bone, and with me, as always, pushing the buttons, we have our dear boss, Roma Nation. How are you doing today, good sir?
Happy Tuesday, y'all. I'm just finishing up some typing here, but don't mind me. Let's get it.
In our next chair, we have the gothic girl herself, Crimson Catnip.
For the first find outside of default mode, you actually are
Mhm.
getting the goth experience today.
Ooh, I
Okay,
like
guys.
it. I like
Hey.
it. In our next chair, we have the lovely, lovely Elizabeth. How are you doing today, dear?
I'm doing great, T-Bone. How are you and how is everybody today?
I am doing fantastical like always, and in our last chair, being as wise and grumpy and old as always, we have the wise man himself, Brian. How are you doing today, good sir?
I'm doing great. Let's do this.
All right, well,
Okay.
everybody, let's rev our engines. Who's starting the very first article of the day?
That'd be Mr. Roman.
All
Go ahead.
right. That's right. All right, let's start off the news day with ABC News. Judge rejects call to immediately shut down Alex Jones InfoWars in bankruptcy dispute.
Excuse me, what?
That's correct. I don't know if you guys knew, but I think it was on was it yesterday? He was doing a show
Well, it's Sunday
and
night.
no, Sunday night, you're right. Yeah, so Sunday night he was supposed to be doing a show and the feds just walked right on in, was going to take everything away.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
No.
just walked right in. Now I'm pretty sure we know why. I mean, we can all speculate, but yeah, he told them exactly where to go. And the judge today have now decided that they rejects that call to shut him down. You know, I think a lot of it has to do with free speech. Some has to do with, this is his primary source of income. And also, you can't just waltz into someone's media apparatus and just without a warrant.
Right.
Right. Freedom
You
of
just- you
speech,
can't just
freedom
be
of the
doing that
press.
Mm.
And also, he does owe a ton of money. So if you want him to pay, guys, get out both.
This is his only source of income. So if they do want him to pay, he has to have some way to make money.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. But mostly I think it's just more for embarrassment. They want it's embarrassment and also trying to get that headline.
Yep.
Get the headline saying, "Oh, I guess Alex Jones is back in the news again."
Yep.
But anyways,
I mean,
let's
has he
continue on here.
left? Has he left Roma?
Has he left what?
The news. because he's always been in the news for at least every single, not I wouldn't say every single video, but a majority of his videos, you know, people are trying to at least start to talk about. But Roma, how about you continue on this story?
There we go. After a weekend in which conspiracy theory, here we go, already right off the bat.
Yep. Already the
After a
bias.
weekend in which conspiracy theorist Alex Jones warned that his media company faced an imminent shutdown by the federal government because of his bankruptcy cases, a judge on Monday allowed Jones to keep operating for the next 2 weeks while it is decided whether his assets should be liquidated. Both Jones and his company, Free Speech Systems, filed for bankruptcy reorganization after he lost 2 lawsuits and was ordered to pay $1.5 billion to relatives of the victims of the 2012 Sandy Hook Elementary school shooting. They sued Jones for calling the shooting that killed 20 first graders and 6 educators in Newtown, Connecticut, a hoax, claiming defamation and infliction of emotional distress. I just got emotional distress reading this article.
Exactly,
Right.
same here. Come on.
But no, seriously, like, did what he did, was that right? Absolutely not. You know,
Right.
I think everybody that's up here can say, all right, you know, maybe you did take that a little too far.
He definitely
but-
got out of line. He
Mhm.
definitely got
No,
out
he
of
got out of line. But as far as defamation, I mean, did he specifically call out anybody, like anyone in their person?
I don't think
You know,
he
did
did.
he look up their information and call them out by name?
Not that I
did-
can recall.
Did he give out their address? Like, under what circumstance is this defamation?
Right. Yeah. No, I don't think he did call out anybody specifically or said, you know, this person right here, whatever. But he did kind of allude to the fact that it's possible that they are paid actors or something like that. So that was kind of like when the shit hit the fan with, like, you know, you're not a grieving parent, you're a paid actor kind of thing.
Right. But I think this was kind of similar to Trump's business court case, where they'd already said that he was guilty. It was just like, okay, so let's figure out how much damages, how many damages or how much in damages that they were going to pay. You know, they didn't mention anything about, whether he was guilty of something or not. He was just guilty right off the bat. I forgot what type of trial that's called. Do you know, Brian?
Bench trial, I believe, is what it's called.
Was it bench trial?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just basically going through the formalities
Yeah.
and getting
exactly.
to the penalty. Yeah.
Mhm. All right, but at least we know what's going on there. So expect a lot to come out about him over the next 2 weeks. All right, let's move on to yahoo.com. Chaotic video shows NYC Parks employee cuffed girl 14 selling fruit with family as bystanders try to pull her away. Shocking video has emerged in an NYC Parks employee holding a teenage girl in handcuffs after she allegedly was selling fruit from an unlicensed cart in Lower Manhattan with her family. The video, taken Sunday afternoon in Battery Park and shared on X, shows a man wearing an NYC Parks uniform grabbing the 14-year-old girl who has one of her hands cuffed as angry bystanders shout and protest and try to pull her away. Bystanders can be heard shouting, "Let her go," and "Get a female worker" at Parks employee. Some even grabbing at him and trying to pull away the young girl who had been selling fruit in a cart with her family. Chaotic video footage shows an NYPD officer grabbing the girl's arm and attempting to pull her back before 2 bystanders intervene, dragging her away from the officer and the Parks employee. As onlookers try to break the girl free, she and a Parks employee tumble to the ground while bystanders continue to plead for her to be let go. Mark Riblett, who took the video, told Storyful that Parks employees attempted to detain a girl and her family for selling fruit from a cart. I have a lot of questions.
I
Yeah,
know.
as do I.
There's a video.
How is that illegal, bro? What?
Yeah, where
Where is the law that says your family members? Well, technically she would be underage, but she's helping out her family. So, um,
Well, think about it this way. Not only is she underage, but it's also the fact that you do have a permit in order
Exactly.
to sell food, and also you have to make sure like it has to be approved by not the FDA,
Okay,
the
so
health
then
inspector.
why?
Because you don't know
why
what
are they-
kind of fruit they're selling. They could
Why are
be.
they arresting the 14-year-old? Why not arrest the parents?
Yeah.
They
well,
were.
that's
They were. They were.
that's
arresting
the
everybody.
thing. That's the thing. They kind of focus on the one part of it, which it does look pretty bad the way it looks. But as Crimson was saying, they, just in back last year, they really cracked down on food cart permits,
Mhm.
like implementing like 14 new ones. Like they were really cracking down on that. Plus, you have to think about, you know, minors working and having to have a permit. Like if
And a
you're,
lot of these are illegal immigrants that come
I
in,
was gonna say.
and this is behavior that they usually do in those countries.
Mhm.
But unfortunately, I mean, well, not unfortunately, but we do actually have a higher standard when it comes to selling specifically food. This is
Yep.
selling food from a cart in that way that they were, that honestly is third world behavior.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't mean that in a derogatory sense. That is literally what they do in those countries.
It's
Yeah.
still kind of weird though, because like, I mean, that's a lot of work for an officer just for selling fruit as well. I mean, you can look at this from the other from the other angle. It's like, why are you detaining someone for selling fruit? If they don't have a permit, just tell them to leave.
Right.
I mean, unless they just didn't comply, and then, but then
Yeah.
again, he's doing this all by himself, surrounded by a crowd of people. I mean, that's dangerous in its own. Why would you put yourself in danger like that? On the other hand,
Very
Mhm.
true. Very true. And if you're a regular, American citizen and you're a teenager, there's a lot of channels, especially in New York, because I know this. You have to get a physical, you have to get a letter stating that you're physically fit to work, and you have to sign all this paperwork before you can get a permit to work as a teen. So I doubt that all happened here. So there's just all kind of violations going on, but at the same time, that grabbing her by the arm and yanking her from a crowd of people, that's just a little nuts. That whole thing is crazy right there. And it takes away from like the real problems that are going on. Like,
well, that's New York City for you.
yeah, thanks.
Mhm.
Happy to be here.
That's funny. All right, let's take a quick segue over to npr.org. Grant program for Black woman business owner is discriminatory, appeals court rules. A U.S. federal court of appeals panel suspended a venture capital firm's grant program for Black women business owners, ruling that a conservative group is likely to prevail in its lawsuit, claiming that the program is discriminatory. The ruling against the Atlanta-based Fearless Fund is another victory of conservative groups waging a sprawling legal battle against corporate diversity programs, or DEI, and have targeted dozens of companies and government institutions. The case against Fearless Fund was brought last year by the American Alliance for Equal Rights. Is that what it really is?
Excuse me, what now?
I need SEO.
American
Who's this? Jack Swagger? American Alliance for Equal Rights.
It's like Johnny two times in the Italian crowd.
Right. A group led by Edward Blum, the conservative activist behind the Supreme Court case that ended affirmative action in college admissions. Bloom applauded the ruling, saying programs that exclude certain individuals because of their race, such as the ones of the Fearless Fund has designed and implemented, are unjust and polarizing. Oh, right. So
Polarizing?
Yeah,
That was a
guess.
mistype, by the way. It is the American Alliance for Equal Rights, not the American. That was a mistype. They
They're
were trying
American.
to get that article
They're
out.
American.
Somebody's gonna get fired.
What kind of Americans are they? They're American
American.
Americans.
American
I don't know,
Americans.
man. You tell me, man.
All right, so Fearless Fund CEO and founder Adrian Simone said that the ruling was devastating for organizations and women that have invested in. Quote, the message these judges sent today is that diversity in corporate America, education, or anywhere else should not exist. These judges brought what a small group of white men are selling.
Whatever.
Dude, what?
Okay, so I'll bite. So is this, are they specifically giving grants and things to African American women, for African American women, from African American women, or how does this work? You know, because I do understand some of the programs that they had out there for like Native Americans for college and things like that. But this is not college we're talking about here. I'm guessing they're talking about what, businesses?
Yeah, to start your own business. Yep.
Okay, do they have a branch for Chinese? Do they have a branch for Indian? Do they have a branch for, or is it just specifically that? Because I think that was the biggest issue with affirmative action,
Mm-hmm.
is that it created these programs in which they were able to pick and choose who got to get that advantage over
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
And for me, I understand it because I've gone through this myself. But I also feel like there needed to be some kind of regulation to understand that not everybody deserves that just because of their race.
Right.
You have to
Unfortunately,
have
meritocracy has just gone out the window at this point.
Yeah, you have to have certain parameters. Like you don't want someone who doesn't understand what they're doing to have a bunch of money, because then what are they going to do?
Right.
They're either going to squander it, they're not going to know what to do, they're going to make all the wrong decisions
Definitely
and
make
where that
all
money
the
is
wrong
spent.
decisions.
They're
Mhm.
gonna buy 4 houses and then use
Yeah.
it for their brothers.
Mhm.
Yeah, like, does LeBron James' kid qualify because they're black?
Well,
Or- Is it because you would be, you wouldn't be able to do it on your own? And
Yeah. I mean, if
So-
LeBron James didn't play basketball, then would he qualify?
well, he's very political savvy, and so I'm sure he would have a lot of other opportunities out there. But yeah. it just create, you don't have to push others down to lift others up, and that's the whole equity and inclusion. It's not equality, it's equity. It's not equality of outcome. It's it's pushing you up while you're holding somebody else here, so that way everybody can be here. I wonder, that kind of sounds like socialism a little bit, right? Where everybody's kind of like here.
Absolutely.
Nobody gets to. Okay.
Oh, that's just where everybody's hungry.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's not what's happening though.
Yeah,
What's
it's
happening
not.
is they get there and they're like, I kind of want to keep going. Let's see what happens. Let's see how far we can take this.
Right.
Right. Right.
Now
Yeah.
you've gone from capitalism to socialism to almost fascism. Just like that.
It's never too much. Never too much.
I
Yeah,
mean,
right.
LeBron, all I gotta say is just stick to basketball, guy.
Well,
I
yeah.
don't know how we got on
Just shut
with
up and
LeBron
dribble.
James from here.
Yeah, shut up and dribble.
Shut up and dribble. All right, moving on to the AP. France's far right may win big in the EU elections. That's
May
worrying for
win
some
big.
migrants. What happened?
It may win big.
Anyways, so Macron and Ukraine. French
I thought it
far right
was
leader
funny.
Marine Le Pen isn't on the ballot in the weekend's European Parliament election, but she's likely to emerge as one of the biggest winners. Polls expect her National Rally Party to be a top vote getter in France, trouncing President Emmanuel Macron's Macron. How do you say that? A
Macron.
moderate pro-business party, and across Europe, the anti-immigration nationalist idea Le Pen has long championed and gaining ground. Now, remember, in France, they've had a lot of stuff go on last year.
Yep.
I mean, they almost had a revolution there.
Mhm.
First, you had
The farmers throwing
Mhm.
manure. Yep.
throwing manure,
Oh, that was
blocking,
funny.
Oh, that
blocking
was
all the
great.
major roads. Then you had the immigrants, running around Paris, destroying the city. Like, that's all it took for them. They were like, nope, we're not doing this again.
Yep.
So, June 6th to the 9th elections, all in 27 EU countries, will shift the makeup of the European Parliament and policymaking in the European Commission. The EU's executive arm, likely further toward the right and far right, and that could boost Le Pen's chances of winning France's presidency in 2027 in a long-time dream. The National Rally lead European Parliament candidate Jordan Bardella is riding high on promises to lift free movement of migrants with the EU's open borders, ease up EU pressure on Russia, and dial back EU climate rules. So as we are trending in one direction, Europe is now trending in the other. It's kind of weird how that works.
Yep.
All right. We stand by the idea of rethinking the European model around the idea of nations. Macron, Europe's model of the past. Bardella said that at a Paris rally Sunday. Macron's pro-EU movement, meanwhile, is failing, and its chief candidate, Valerie Hayer, has struggled to make a mark. That's trouble for Macron as he tries to lead Europe-wide efforts to defend Ukraine and boost the EU's own defenses and industry. Well, we're going to find that out later this week on the 80th anniversary of Normandy. I know that
is right. We have a very, very big show for that.
Yeah, because I know that Zelensky's supposed to be there, Biden's supposed to be there, and Macron's supposed to be there, I believe, right?
Yep. Celebrating they won't be doing it in remembrance, even though on their face it might look like it. They'll just be celebrating the military industrial complex probably. But
Biden's just gonna be glazed over, just that.
I know, right? He's gonna be like
checking his watch.
He'll try to shake Casper the Ghost's hand again for like the 5th time. But that's Joe.
But we're seeing this everywhere, right? We're seeing like such a shift because people all over the world are pushing back against all this craziness. We're seeing it a lot in South American countries. They're all, electing people that are going against the establishment and the global agenda. And it just keeps happening because people have had enough. They are fed up. They overplayed their hand, these New World Order cats. And
I mean, I don't know how you wouldn't be fed up. But how about we move on to our very next article? Roma, what do you have for us, sir?
Ladies and gentlemen, the Communist News Network, better known as CNN, New York Stock Exchange saying bizarre glitch that showed Berkshire Hathaway down 99.97% has been resolved. Glitch.
Just a glitch.
Okay. Let's see
here. Move along.
The New York Stock Exchange said Monday that a technical issue that halted trading for some major stocks and caused the Berkshire Hathaway to be down 99.97% has been resolved. In an update, the New York Stock Exchange said impacted stocks had reopened and all systems are currently operational. Intercontinental Exchange, the parent company of the stock exchange, has found no indication the glitch was caused by a cyber attack. A senior executive at a major bank in touch with ICE told CNN, which means, yes, it was. Anyways, moving on. Instead, a NYSE spokesperson said that there was a technical issue with the industry-wide price bands that triggered trading halts at up to 40 symbols listed on the New York Stock Exchange group exchanges. Stock Exchange noted that those price bands are published in the Consolidated Tape Association Security Information Processor, CTA. A industry group is responsible for publishing real-time trade and quote data. He also said it experienced issue, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's move on to the next story. I'm bored. All right. This is from AOL.com. Georgia Appeals Court may have hearing arguments on Fani Willis's role in Trump case in October.
Weren't people trying to get rid of this chick or some?
Mm-hmm. A Georgia Appeals Court could hear arguments this October. Former President Trump efforts to have Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis removed from the election interference case she brought against the former president, which should have happened months ago. The arguments are tentatively slated for October 4th and should have an oral argument be requested and granted according to notice of the Court of Appeals in Georgia obtained by The Hill. The October date makes it all the more likely the election interference case will not make it to trial before the November election, in which Trump is the GOP's presumptive presidential nominee. Thoughts?
Well,
They're just filling his calendar. Sorry, go ahead, Brian.
I mean, yeah. Well, this appeal, I mean, Trump need not be at that. That's something that his attorneys will take care of for him. I mean, honestly, after everything came out in the hearing, this spring about her and her inappropriate relationship, and you can,
Prosecutor.
yeah, and and even though I believe, I think I saw it somewhere in a news dump today. Merrick Garland was testifying before Congress, and he
Yeah.
was talking about how. Or he was denying that there was any collusion between the Justice Department and these various district attorneys and state attorneys general. Can you guys hear me okay? They're saying they can't hear me in the Discord.
We can, but not in the Discord.
Crimson, you might need to unmute yourself.
I know why. I'm muted in the Discord. That's why. Okay.
Crimson, you also might need to unmute yourself as well.
Thank you. I did not know that. Nobody had pointed it out yet.
You are completely fine.
So
There we go.
Anyway, try to get back on my train of thought.
Yes, sir.
Talking about how Merrick Garland was on
yeah, he was testifying. No, there's no collusion when it's all over the place. I mean, that the Fannie Willis thing, put her and her boyfriend or this other guy in D.C. at the same time. And you've got a guy that was working at the Justice Department who is now on Bragg's prosecution team for Trump. Okay, you're telling me there's no Justice Department collusion? Come on.
Right.
No, I mean they had the case today, didn't they? Well, not the case, but the hearing.
The hearing
in Congress.
that happened, I believe, started at about 10:30 this morning. Went on for a while. Jim Jordan was the chairman.
Yeah.
Yeah, this it's literally like 40 seconds right here. I just posted it in the chat. It's Tom Massey questioning Garland, and it's he basically just destroyed. It's beautifully questioned because he's setting it all up, and he's getting him to answer things because they hate to answer things, but I don't think he realized where it was going. And then he was like, all right, so now you basically just proved the point. Thank you. Like, it was beautifully done.
And not just that, but what they're doing here is they're saving this information for history.
Right.
Because somebody 5, 6, 7 years from now is going to hear all of this testimony, connect all the dots, and make some massive documentary on like everything that's been going on. And then you'll be able to see, okay, when this happened, and now we know why it happened. But it's just that we're all kind of in the weeds
Deleted post.
now. So
it's deleted post by
and it's been glorious since the
it's a
hearing
deleted
yesterday with Fauci.
post. Nice.
what was a deleted post?
The
No
link
way.
the link that Biddy put in the chat, you click on it, it's deleted.
Nuh-uh. I mean,
So
yes,
shocking.
it is.
Yaha! Don't you know my yaha?
Hold on, I'm
Uh-oh.
trying to see.
It looks T-Bone. I think we got an announcement.
Guys, we do have an announcement, guys, tonight on Timcast IRL at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the YouTubes. The very amazing guest is Dave Benner. Guys, he's the author of Thomas Paine, A Lifetime of Radicalism, Liberty Zealot, Packers fan, and he's a metalhead.
You lost me at Packers, but you got me back at Metalhead.
I know. I was just like, oh, really? The Packers, bro? But I mean, like, I could do with some metal. I could. But, guys, if you have a question for Mr. Benner tonight, guys, get your questions in at Timcast IRL. Well, actually, no. You have to first become a member at Timcast IRL. Go to the Discord and then get your question in. But if you would like to talk to this man and Tim Pool tonight, guys, get your questions in. Who knows? You may be bit. But, Roma, how about you get us all going with the very next article, good sir?
Alrighty. This is from scanner.com
Oh?
by Chris Berman.
Oh.
Burp, 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 burp.
I know, right? You guys were getting excited. All right. House Appropriations Committee files proposal to prohibit politicized prosecutions. Jim Jordan. We have seen rogue prosecutors abuse the rules of professional conduct and their duty to do justice and service of politicized ends. In the wake of former President Donald Trump's guilty verdict in Manhattan court last Thursday, the House Judiciary Committee filed a legislative proposal to cut funding and prohibit politicized prosecutions. The Monday proposal, pinned by Jim Jordan, announced that the intention to conduct vigorous oversight into President Joe Biden's administration in an effort to protect Americans' fundamental freedoms. The committee referenced last year's proposal to implement reforms through the appropriations process, including prohibiting the funding of politically sensitive investigations, providing protection for whistleblowers against retaliation, preventing taxpayer funds from being allocated towards radical regulations, prohibiting the funding of immigration policies proposed by the Biden administration, and an end to funds to our government censorship. Those all sound great.
I know. I was like, yes, like Hercules.
Right? Quote, we have conducted oversight in troubling rise in politicized prosecutions and the use of abusive lawfare tactics to target political opponents. We have seen rogue prosecutors abuse the rules of professional conduct and their duty to do justice with service of politicized ends. We recommend that the Appropriations Committee, with the appropriate consultation of leadership, including language to eliminate federal funding for state prosecutors or state attorneys, I just lost my place, general involvement in lawfare, and zero out federal funding for federal prosecutors engaging in such abuse. The proposal continued, noting that the Judiciary Committee had previously passed bills to assist in addressing politicized prosecutions. In addition, the Judiciary Committee has passed specific bills that would help to address politicized prosecutions, and we will encourage the appropriations, the letter stated, citing last year's No More Political Prosecutions Act. Now, here's the thing. That helps both sides. So I don't know why anybody wouldn't sign this.
Right.
Because the other side's the ones in charge now, and this takes it takes the weapon out of the hand. They're holding the weapon right now, and they don't want to give it up.
Exactly.
You're not kidding. And we already know Representative Jim Jordan, because we covered this, that he sent out a letter to Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg and other top state prosecutors to testify over the Donald Trump prosecution. So now that everything has been done, now the troops are coming in and saying, okay, now that you had your fun, now come back to reality. We're gonna have a discussion.
Yeah.
Like,
You got some splaining to do.
right.
All right, T-Bone.
Aw.
Buzz,
You know
buzz,
what time
buzz,
it
buzz, buzz, it's time for the bee.
What happened? I hear something ringing in my ear, guys. I think it's time for me to do the winning. Brian, tell me what the rules are, good sir, because I don't know if everybody knows.
Okay, so I'm going to present 3 headlines, at least one of which comes from the Babylon Bee, everyone's favorite Christian conservative news satire site. The other 2, the remainder come from quote-unquote legitimate news sources. Your job, T-Bone, and audience, you may play along, is to pick out the Babylon Bee headlines. So without further ado, here's headline number 1. To restrict migrants, Biden leans on Trump's favorite immigration law. Headline number 2. Democrats call for removal of Nelson Mandela statue in D.C. after learning he was a convicted felon. Headline number 3. Woman initially pronounced dead but found alive at a Nebraska funeral home has passed away.
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Just so that I understand the wording of number 3. So a chick died, and no, she didn't die, but she was supposedly dead. They took her to the funeral home, and then she's like, "Oh snap, I'm alive!" And then now she's dead.
Yeah, that's the gist. Yeah.
Okay. Just so I understand in T-Bone's brain.
Yeah, so she died. She said, psych. And then she died again.
Yeah.
She says, "Psych." I'm coming back. Come back with a vengeance.
She played
Nah,
a
bro, I'm
Uno
out.
reverse
Deuces.
and an Uno reverse again.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, I do believe letter 2 is gonna be the fake one because, bro, Nelson Mandela, bro, you're gonna
Yeah.
try and take a statue of Nelson Mandela down, bro, just because he's a convicted felon?
Yep. Yeah, and even though 3 sounds crazy, that is very plausible because if somebody's missing for a certain amount of time, they are
Mhm.
considered dead.
Guys,
So after, yeah.
Well, usually, like, the
Number B.
crazier the headline, the more likely it is to be true.
Right,
And not only
especially
that,
these days.
but that also means that they need to brush up on their history then, because if they didn't know that until now, sheesh.
Yep.
but what?
I mean, he was in prison for a reason.
hmm
Like,
Very similar reason.
Yeah, duh. I mean, even I knew that. And look at me. Come on now. Guys, get it together. But I mean, this is the Democrats we are talking about. So, I mean,
Hey, do your dance,
all
T-Bone.
T-Bone does is win, no matter what. Guys, I told you T-Bone was going to win. And what happened? T-Bone has done the W-I-N, the win, guys. Okay, Brian, talk to me. What's the story about? Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, it's your typical Babylon Bee over the top thing, and yeah, I probably could have picked a better bee story, but I just thought this was
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you know what I think they're doing? They're trying to do that now because if they ever try to make a statue of the Don, they're gonna be like, nah, bro, we're taking down all these statues of felons, so now we can't have a statue of Don. Bro, get out of here. Guys, with the ending of the very first game, that means it is time for a very second game. Guys, it is time for Caption This, where I give you a picture, you give me the caption. Guys, this is what my beautiful brain has come up with today. It's, so I was trying to go with, like, a Monopoly man, like, he's like, he's like punching a bear, but then like the Monopoly man is also kind of a bear too. So like it's just like a bear fighting a bear, but then like he's also fighting him with money too. So I'm just like, cocaine bear? Question mark?
Ooh, Crimson. Ooh.
Breaking
I have very
news.
quick
I'm
we
gonna
see this on
read that
YouTube?
one. I'm gonna read that one, but you know what? We're gonna wait. We are gonna wait, Crimson, because
We're gonna let the audience cook.
my lady, you, my dear, need some help. I will
I have
say.
a dark, twisted mind,
You do.
as some of the
You
chat found out last night.
You do. I do like it. But guys, you do know what it's time for. Guys, it is time for Biddy's 100-meter dash.
Thank you.
Take
Thank you,
us
T-Bone.
away.
I got you, T-Bone. All right, so coming to you from Good News Network. Instead of taking millions for their land, Texas family makes a park instead. So a rare win for conservation was just scored in the fast-developing Travis County, Texas, where 30 minutes from Austin's busy tech sector, music venues, barbecue spots, a historic family ranch has just been converted into a public park. It wasn't just converted, it was voluntarily sold by the family who owned it at $40 million less than what developers were offering to turn the partially forested hill country remnant close to Hamilton Pool Preserve into a series of apartment complexes and shopping malls. Known as RGK Ranch, this 1,507-acre cattle ranch was owned by the Kosmeski family for 3 generations. Its recently deceased owner, George Kosmeski, made a fortune with a company called Teledyne and invested a lot of money, entrepreneurially and philanthropically, in philanthropically in Austin and Travis County. George is survived by his son Daniel and daughter Nadia, who grew up spending summers on the ranch, hiking the hills, floating on the intertube down Bee Creek, spotting bobcats, deer, snakes among the scrub, and hunting for treasures like shed antlers, arrowheads, and fossils amid the unique karst rock formations. The RGK Foundation, set up by George, and particularly at the initiative of Nadia, agreed to sell all but 90 acres of the ranch to Travis County for $90 million, which was funded by the Proposition B Parks bond measure, which Austin voters passed last November. The property was permitted for 1,400 houses and 150 acres of commercial development, including apartments and shopping centers, said Jeff Francel, Associate Director of Land Protection for the Nature Conservation in Texas, which facilitated the transaction. Instead of rooftops, they're turning that property, which is incredibly close to Reimer's Ranch, into a park everyone can use. Texas Monthly writes that because Travis County and other metropolitan areas in Texas are some of the fastest growing areas of the country, the state park system is straining to meet the demand of residents, and some parks are becoming overcrowded. Nowhere is this more true than in Travis, where the delicate and unique hill country was for a period being devoured by developers. The fight back, so to speak, began in the 1980s when Hamilton Pool Preserve was created to protect amazing hiking trails and the beautiful crystal clear waters of the limestone-fed swimming hole. In 2005, Reimer's Ranch Park, other slice of hill country, was created, and now RGK Ranch, which sits between the other two, will take the total amount of protected acreage in the zone of 5,430 acres. So the Nature Conservancy has been working in parallel to secure an additional 3,000 acres, which they plan to combine with the country's holding, to create wildlife corridors, hiking trails that connect all the various parks for a grand total of 8,600 acres. The family will maintain 90 acres that include an access road, a house, and a lake, with the county receiving first refusal rights if the family decides to sell in the future. The RGK Ranch Park will be open to the public after minimum infrastructure installments, like a bathroom or two, are finished in 2025 or 2026. So they made sure that that whole area didn't turn into a cesspool of industrial smoke and overcrowding.
Or even
So
worse.
I think that's great. Or even worse.
Suburban sprawl.
Mm-hmm. So more kudos to more people doing more good things.
Based.
Yeah.
Very
That
based.
is a very, very based story, I will have to say.
Thank you.
Like, congratulations to that very, very based story. Now, guys, it is time to get back to the games, guys. This beautiful, beautiful picture that my beautiful mind has come up with, guys. This captionable photo is okay. What I will say is, like, the bear up at the top right, I believe that is the Cocaine Bear's, like, younger brother, the Heroin Bear. So, like, all I want to say is, like, dude's looking good, bro, in his suit. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm just reading all the captions for the first time now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I've been reading them for a little bit now. It's actually very, very funny. I will need to say, Chris, step your game up a little bit, but everybody else, you guys.
Stiffy.
Yeah, Stiffy, behave, girl. You are behave.
Don't listen to him.
Oh, Anders, buddy. Okay. All right, I'll take that one. Boss, are we ready to start reading them, good sir? Do you want to go back and forth?
We can do that. All right, I'll start with the first one. Breaking news. Once again, the black bears are jumping a white bear for money.
Racism at its finest, I guess. Rick coming in
Can't believe
saying...
made me say that.
You go first, Roma.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Rick coming in saying...
Bastards.
Goldilocks' first game of Monopoly goes horribly wrong. As expected.
Goldilocks pimp wants his money.
Bit better have my money.
Oh, the boss coming in saying, "Here is $1,000. What that third leg do?"
Oh. Heyo.
Heyo.
Sanoski hits. I don't know if that's a home run. It's at least a double, though.
Yeah, what
Oh,
is it?
yes.
Women chose the
Oh,
bear.
right.
The bear wins.
That's good.
Always.
That's right.
Oh, Stiffy coming in saying, "White bear replaces Goldilocks. Liberal white women riot?" Huh?
The Bernstein Bears does capitalism.
Yeah. Spelled the right way.
Because a Planet of the Apes was already done. We have to have Planet of the Bears. Are you serious, guy? What?
Oh, don't give them any ideas.
Oh,
Oh, God. Epstein the Bear tries luring young black bear onto the Lolita Express.
Who's the
Ooh.
Lolita Express? Who's
You don't
who's
want to
that?
know. You don't want to know.
Okay. Cole guy coming in saying the Bears turn to crime when they find out how much money is needed to take care of these women in the woods. I mean, dog, don't you know that all the women in the woods do is just want food and just want you to make or at least get their food? Come on now, guy.
They're looking for that honey.
Yeah, well, there are those wealthy women who go to the forest and do the rage rituals now, where
Oh, I
they
heard
bang,
about that.
God.
And
they
they pay
bang
like
their
thousands
sticks
of
on the
dollars.
yes,
Bears-
to just scream and bang the floor.
Yeah, the Bears can take them all. All right, here we go. Breaking. Hashtag Me Too Bear to Woman. I've got some porridge for you.
Rick coming in saying Goldilocks creates the most racist game of Monopoly ever that doesn't apply to humans. Dog, why? Like, why wouldn't it not apply to humans? It's just that it only applies to that bear with his third leg. Come on now, bro.
All
Get
right.
out of here.
Caption this. DC pedo bears attack the Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my goodness, what else we got here? Oh, Inkblot. What do you see?
I don't know. What do I see? Hello, Cleveland? What?
Oh, I like this one by Anders.
When you hit free parking in the wrong neighborhood.
Okay, that one gets my 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
That
Oh
was
my
good.
god.
Bro, what are you talking
encapsulated
about?
the whole Monopoly game right there.
I
That's
don't get
great.
it. Have I just not played Monopoly? Like, I don't get it.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
Huh?
I'm done.
I think that one, that's my winner right there.
Where?
That's totally.
When you hit free parking in the wrong neighborhood?
Mhm.
I don't get it though.
I mean, we definitely have enough for a poll, though.
Oh, yeah.
When you hit free parking, you usually get like whatever money goes there out of all like the fees that you pay throughout the game. So if you land on
community
it,
chest or the pot, basically.
yeah, there's like all money in the middle, and if you hit free, you land on it, you get all that money. It's always good.
All right, so let's start off with the first. You guys go ahead and continue. I'll get this poll.
We're gonna continue? Alright.
Oh, are you doing the poll? Oh, I already.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, did
Okay.
you got it already?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah,
I
if
don't
you're
know
already
how to-
on it, then never mind. I'll delete.
Okay, my bad.
You're good.
My bad.
Are we doing like 4 and upper? Like what are we doing? Like cause there's like 4s, there's a 5, I
I
think.
think four and up is good. It gives us a nice solid line.
Alright, Anders with a 6. He says when you hit free parking in the wrong neighborhood. We got Chris coming in saying breaking hashtag me too bear to woman. I've got some porridge for you. The boss coming in with the Bernstein Bears does capitalism. Do they? I don't think so. Or do we want to do, here's that $1,000, what that third leg do? Which one?
I don't. Did any of them hit? No, none of them hit 4.
Yeah, no, Crimson with the first one. Breaking news! Once again, the Black Bears are jumping a white bear for money.
And
Okay, so I got all the 4 and up ones. I got them all in here.
Okay. Let's
Right,
get
there you
it
go.
done.
All right, I'm ready to vote. Watch me win.
What's
Oh,
I think,
wow.
I think we have a clear
This
winner.
is a
What
runaway.
happened?
oh yeah,
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
she's a
Oh, man, this is a slaughter. I know you guys on YouTube can't see it, but man, this one of these has clearly won.
Yep.
Only
Right.
only one has won, guys. I'm telling you, only one. Guys, how about we get this man up on the stage to do his victory lap?
That's right, because the winner of Caption This today is Anders.
Yay!
But you hit free parking in the wrong neighborhood.
Great job.
I don't want to park in the wrong neighborhood. I want to park in the right neighborhood. Can it be my neighborhood? What? Come on now. Anders, what do you have to say, good sir? Actually, you know what? Congratulations, sir, first of all. Second of all, what do you have to say for yourself? Buddy?
Well, we
Buddy?
can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
Hola.
Unmute yourself, buddy.
He is unmuted. It might be like Discording. If you're on mobile, you might have
Yeah.
to
yeah.
go down.
Nah,
and
he
come
should be good.
He's not showing up.
Because like even when I'm on mobile, it still works.
Yeah, que habla.
Hello, sir, can you hear me? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
All right, let's move on.
Oh, we got
oh,
something.
Came in clutch. My bad. Sorry, y'all caught me with my pants down, metaphorically speaking.
Oh, I did not want to catch you with your pants down, bro. Come on now.
No, I just didn't have headphones plugged in or nothing. I had to literally dig them out of the cupboard, jam them in, and then set my settings.
Oh,
So,
you just go jam them in?
into the USB port, yes,
Oh,
sir.
I see how it is. I see how it is.
Oh, you ain't gonna catch me slipping today, T-Bone. I'm on it.
I'm never gonna catch you slipping, buddy. Sir Anders, what do you have to say for your wonderful, wonderful win, good sir?
Shout out to the fucking culture.
Yo, shout out to the
Yay!
culture!
Y'all have a good one. Keep it rolling, y'all.
Thank you,
too,
buddy.
darling.
Thank you very much, good sir. Does that mean we have some time to do some more stories, boss? Roma, take us away with the very next article, good sir.
I am never prepared for this. Every time you do that.
Well, you know what?
Are you
Ryan,
That's what she said.
caught with your pants down too, buddy? Come on now.
I've got some of that Merrick Garland testimony queued up.
Hey,
Ooh,
Ooh,
yes.
no,
Yeah.
no.
what?
I
Oh,
do have one. Let's pull up
Uh-oh.
the X article on the one that we did the other day on Friday
yeah?
Nani?
Okay.
from Tim Pool.
Pull it up. Pull it up.
Can you drop a link for Roma?
I'm gonna drop it right now.
We gonna pull it up,
Yeah.
guys, and you guys gonna see what we talking about.
See, this is why we have the leftover
Oh,
show.
yeah,
yes.
Oh, my
yes.
gosh, I remember this. I
A
remember this.
retraction
Yo,
must
this was
be
so
made.
funny.
Yeah.
Follow up.
Follow up.
There's a
Oh, right.
new twist. Yeah.
New twist, guys. Dude was innocent the whole time.
What?
He had his license. The court had the wrong records.
Yep.
All right.
Suspended driver who went viral when he logged into Zoom court hearing for his car reveals huge twist in his case after being released from jail, and the judge might owe him an apology.
Will he get one
Oh
though?
my goodness.
So now we know why he looked like he didn't really understand what was going
Bro,
on.
he's like,
A lot of
what are you talking
confusion.
about?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
because
you remember the guy who was driving was like, ugh.
I know, and we were laughing because because in context of what we were looking at, it was like, dude, how do you not get what just happened here? But
Yeah.
he was looking like that because I think it was like in 2022 or something like that. Like it was supposed to be put forth as a suspension, but it never happened. So it was filed incorrectly. So it kind of went through the system as he has this suspended license.
Oh gosh.
Crazy.
This is what happened when you prioritize DEI over meritocracy.
See, I kind of want this guy to go on social media and be like, nah, I want I want this judge to go on social media and like say an apology, or just like have him doing like an official apology. That would be funny as all hell, just because a judge, he's like, oh, I'm so good, I'm so smart, I know what to do.
What do? And then also, like, I guess I don't know if it was like his personal attorney or the court-appointed attorney, but she was like, "Yes, Your Honor." Like, you didn't do any research either. Like,
yeah, bro,
why
come
is
on,
everybody
son. I thought you were supposed to
slipping?
be a judge. Get out of here.
You're like, jeez.
Oh my goodness. All right, let me see. I'm going to see if I can pull up one more here. Let's go with no, not that one. Not that one.
No, we're not gonna go with the do. The do.
Did he do it?
Did he? Did he did it? Did he?
Did he did it? Did he do it?
Did he?
Oh,
Did
hey,
he do it?
I like
Who?
this one. Here, I don't
All
know-
right, Roma, hit us with this very next article, good sir.
No. What the hell?
Copy, paste, got it. Good, go.
No, it I copied it and it pasted something completely different.
Nice.
There we go. All right. this is
There we
from
go.
Inside Paper. Biden orders block on asylum seekers at Mexico border.
What?
Yeah, this is actually one of the not this specific story, but it's same story, different outlet is one of the flip sides of the B today.
Yep.
Nice.
So President Joe Biden would temporarily shut down the U.S.-Mexico border to asylum seekers whenever illegal migrant crossings surge, the White House said on Tuesday, in dramatic bid to neutralize one of his political weak spots in the re-election battle against Donald Trump. The 81-year-old Democrat is signing a long-awaited executive order that would ban migrants who enter illegally from getting asylum when numbers top 2,500 in a day, as well as making it easier to deport them back to Mexico. Quote, to Joe Biden, the safety of American families should always come first. Yeah, until what? Until he gets elected? And then what?
He cares about us.
Where's that executive order? I had the foggiest idea, you know? So,
Literally.
He gets reelected and then basically executive orders the DREAM Act into existence. That's what will happen.
You know what's the crazy part about all this? Like, even though, I mean, it's not funny because we had a lot of struggling and there's a lot of damage that's been done, but at least we know right before the election, we'll have some like happy moments because they'll be trying to like show face so that way they can get some votes.
Right.
We might have some, some fixer-uppers, for a while. Let up.
Let's see, we got officials say the tough new curbs should take effect straight away, and the numbers of people crossing without proper documentation already above the threshold. Asylum seekers would again be allowed to enter once the daily numbers have dropped to 1,500. Now, do we get to use the amount of people that have crossed in the last 3.5 years as sort of like a balance? It's like you have to get rid of this many people before you can allow this many people to enter.
That
Yeah.
would seem to make sense to me.
I haven't seen any numbers recently, so I would not be able to tell you, good sir.
Reported about 1.6 million encounters with migrants at the U.S.-Mexico border in the last fiscal year, narrowly exceeding the prior highs of 1.6 in 2000 and 1.6 in 1986. So that's just in 1 year, 1.6.
That's not okay, yo.
Right.
That is so not okay.
Right.
That is way too many people. I'm sorry, like, is it just me, or is that like way too many people?
Way too
Look at
many.
this.
Way too many.
So White House press secretary Cringe Jean-Pierre says
Oh, that chick?
on Monday that Biden was dealing with an immigration system that had been broken for decades.
Oh,
So are you telling me that it was broken when you were vice president and you were in charge of this?
somebody give T-Bone a 20 right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly. Great job, press secretary. You're just doing a bang up job. You can't even do it like and not throw your own people under the bus. It's just hysterical. I love it.
Oh, Sinoski says there's a bonus that will come at the end of this executive order. By no longer pursuing all asylum cases, if your case is terminated, they would no longer qualify for that free housing or debit cards.
Wow.
Wait, so they would be completely lost
Are those
in the
two
system.
things together?
I'm a little confused.
Ah,
I don't know. I can't tell because there were two different posts, so I'm not sure if they were the same.
Yeah, I'm
Just to
a
figure it out.
little
We
confused
might
on
have to
that
follow
one.
It's
up on this.
time.
Guys, it is that time. Holy Snapple, we are almost that time. Wow, guys, 2 p.m. Saturday, The Leftovers. Guys, 10 p.m. Romanation, Rumble. Guys, do not miss it. It's going to be a great show, guys. On Timcast IRL tonight is that wonderful, wonderful man, Dave Benner. If you have a question for him, please get it in. Guys, my name is T-Bone. This has been the Midday Rush. Thank you so much for listening in. Biddy, you have something to say to the people?
YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're always alerted to any new videos that drop on this channel Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Guys, it has been a great show. In the very first chair, we have the boss, Roma Nation. In our next chair, we have the gothic girl herself, Crimson Catnip. In our next chair, we have the lovely, lovely Elizabeth. And in our last chair, we have the wise man himself, Brian. Please end us out, good sir!
Not everyone.
Macarena!
Great job. I feel like we're getting
Guys,
shot out of
it
a
has been
cannon.
such a great show. I didn't even notice that the time was like at that time. Guys, I'm so sorry. That was such a quick ending. But
No. You did
Brian,
the damn thing.
we're still on YouTube. Thank you guys for
Yeah.
listening into the Midday Rush, guys. Bye, love. Like, comment, subscribe. That's all I got. Bye, YouTube.
Macarena, minasan!
Guys.